Coming up, a very special Walt Disney World news update. Disney presents
Beyond the Kingdoms. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's main show of Beyond the Kingdoms. Like always, I'm your host David, and today I'm following up on a special news update. A review of announcements that have taken place since my last news show in February. And big updates on what's coming to Walt Disney World at the beginning of summer for this year. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, but we've got lots of news to cover today, so let's jump right in. We've received a tremendous amount of news over the past couple of weeks regarding Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. But first and foremost, I sadly have to start off with some bad news that we received just this week regarding Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. On Friday, Disneyland Resort President Josh D'Amaro confirmed that the attraction would be coming to Toontown in Disneyland. But slipped inside this announcement was the revelation that the attraction is delayed at Hollywood Studios, and it won't open until spring of 2020. But good news is that we now have an official opening date for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The new land will be opening at Hollywood Studios on August 29th. The twist is that it's going to be opening in phases. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run will open first on August 29th with food and merchandise locations. And Rise of the Resistance will open up later this year. The good news is that FastPass Plus reservations will not be offered initially. This could dramatically improve the wait times for the first couple of months. I can attest to this because I experienced Slinky Dog Dash on a soft opening when FastPass Plus was not offered. Even though I was way back by the Woody figure when I first got in line, I probably only waited about 30 minutes to get on the attraction. These days at that point, the wait could be almost 2 hours. But after all the offerings in Galaxy's Edge are open and the dust settles a little bit, FastPass Plus will be offered. We can also get a hint of what could happen from an operation point of view at Hollywood Studios based on what will be happening at Disneyland on May 31st. When Galaxy's Edge opens on the West Coast. At Disneyland Park, guests will be required to make a reservation with an entry time to visit the land, and it's absolutely free. Guests staying at one of the Disneyland hotels for the first couple of months will automatically receive a reservation slot to visit Galaxy's Edge, and we may get something similar here in Florida too. I think that Disney executives have really thought this through. And I believe that the decisions they've made are the best ones they can make despite the huge demand these attractions will bring. When it opens, Millennium Falcon will have a height restriction. Guests will have to be at least 38 inches tall to ride, which is actually lower than Star Tours, which is 40 inches. And Rise of the Resistance will surprisingly also have a height restriction. Guests will have to be at least 40 inches to ride that one. Aside from these basic operation details, we've received great new footage of what to expect on these attractions, and I'll leave a link in the description below for more details. Back at the end of February, we also learned about the land's merchandise locations. First, there will be the Droid Depot, where guests can build and customize their own droids. Disney has stated that you'll be able to build your own Astro Droid like R2 or BB-8, and special chips inside the droid will interact with elements found within the land. The Droid Depot promises to be an interactive shopping experience, and judging by this concept art, there may be some droid animatronic figures inside. Over at SAVI'S workshop, we will get a very new and improved build-your-own lightsaber store. This one looks to be a big upgrade from the current version seen at the exit of Star Tours. You'll be able to customize even more elements of the saber and even choose a Kyber crystal, which is the lightsaber's main power source. This seems like it will be similar to the Adopt a Banshee program at Pandora, in that it will be a complete experience with cast members and story behind it. Finally, we learned about DOK-ONDAR'S Den of Antiquities. This is where the hardcore Star Wars fans will be able to pick up collectible items that relate to all three trilogies in the saga. Something very interesting here is that there'll be a DOK-ONDAR animatronic figure inside the shop, and you'll actually get to interact with him and barter for the items you want to purchase. Shifting over to food, the two main dining and beverage locations in Galaxy's Edge will be Oga's Cantina, which is where adults can enjoy some alcoholic beverages from outer space, and Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. Oga's Cantina will feature new drinks like the Blue Bantha and Bespin Fizz, just to name a few. And Rex from the original Star Tours attraction has been repurposed and will be the bar's DJ. Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo will be the land's main quick service location. And we now have a complete menu of what to expect in here. Dishes include the Braised Shack Roast, which is a pot roast with pasta, kale, and mushrooms, and the Fried Andorian Tip Yip, which is essentially a chicken dish with roasted vegetable mash and herb gravy. There's going to be a really good, interesting collection of dishes served here. They are perfectly themed to the Star Wars universe, but the ingredients are a nice mix of vegetarian dishes, exotic dishes, and a real big departure from typical theme park food. Galaxy's Edge will also feature several snack locations, like Ronto Roasters, where the engine of an old pod racer will be used as a grill to cook up barbecue dishes. And us Star Wars fans will finally be able to get a taste of blue milk as seen in the original film. There'll even be green milk here, which we saw in The Last Jedi. Lots of exciting food offerings are coming to this new land, and there will be tons of Foodie Friday videos coming your way in the future. For more details on dining, shopping, and the attractions in Galaxy's Edge, there'll be plenty of links in the description below. Sticking to Hollywood Studios, and way before August 29th comes around, we now also have lots of details on the park's 30th anniversary, which is officially May 1st. The park's new projection show, The Wonderful World of Animation, will debut on the park's birthday. The show will use state-of-the-art projection technology to take guests on a magical journey through more than 90 years of Disney animation, all beginning with Mickey himself. Now, this could change in the future, but it seems that this will initially replace the Disney Movie Magic projection show. Wonderful World of Animation is scheduled to perform every night from May 1st at 9:05 p.m., followed by Galactic Spectacular at 9:30. Disney hasn't officially said that Movie Magic is being retired, but it currently has no scheduled showtimes in the near future. Also on May 1st, a new character meet is coming to the Disney Junior lineup. Fancy Nancy will be meeting guests in Animation Courtyard and sadly replacing Sophia the First. This means that the character lineup in this area will now be made up of Vampirina, Doc McStuffins, Pluto, and Fancy Nancy. Also on the park's big 30th birthday, there'll be limited time food offerings around the park. Guests will be able to enjoy snacks such as the lightsaber churros at various snack stands, The Incredibles macaroons in Pixar Place, and even Mickey's Sorcerer Hat, which is a lemon sponge cake with vanilla Swiss buttercream, lemon curd, and white chocolate glaze. May 1st will also have a special version of the Disney After Hours event. I'll have more details on this event later on, but this version on May 1st will have some special character meet and greets come out, and a second showing of Wonderful World of Animation just for the event guests. On May 4th, there'll be another twist to Disney After Hours to celebrate Star Wars, with character appearances from Chewbacca and Rey, Darth Vader, Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma, Ewoks, yes, Ewoks, Jawas, and Imperial Stormtroopers. And finally, sticking to Hollywood Studios, you may be wondering what's going on at the entrance to the park in anticipation for all of these big crowds. Well, I'm happy to say that the new bus loop is open and it looks beautiful. It's a little bit of a walk to the park entrance now from here, but along the way, you'll see the Skyliner running overhead. If you're driving to Hollywood Studios, all of the parking lots have now been renamed to the current characters featured inside the park. Of course, you've got Mickey and Minnie, but now you also have a Jessie, Buzz, Olaf, and BB-8 parking lot. The new bag check structure is still under construction, but coming along quite nicely. And if you're using those courtesy trams, they still stop short of reaching the front gate. So no matter how you get to Hollywood Studios right now, still plan an extra 10 minutes to walk to the physical entrance itself. Hopefully, this should be all complete by August 29th. While I'm on the subject of transportation, I want to give you a little update on the Disney Skyliner. We recently got an inside look of the gondolas themselves. Each cabin will have 2 wooden benches on either side, and Disney has confirmed that guests using wheelchairs will be able to board the Skyliner as well. Each gondola will hold up to 10 guests, and at the top of each side, there'll be open windows to allow air to travel on through. Considering that these guys will run up to 11 miles per hour and up to 60 feet in the air, that could prove to be quite comfortable. Travel time will range from just 5 minutes to 15 minutes, depending on where you start and end your journey. And it will have a similar capacity to the monorails. Testing has been well underway on the Hollywood Studios leg of this system, but recently Disney also began testing the leg that travels to Art of Animation and Pop Century. The section that connects to the International Gateway entrance at Epcot has still not seen any ride vehicles being tested. It seems that summer 2019 is all about special ticketed events. Back in early April, Disney announced the new Disney Villains After Hours event. This is a twist to the popular Disney After Hours. This version will include a new stage show hosted by Hades and feature characters such as Jafar, the Queen, Dr. Facilier, and Maleficent. The dragon featured in Festival of Fantasy will also make appearances at night, and some rides are getting a spooky overlay, just like they did during last year's Halloween party, specifically at Pirates and Space Mountain. Now, like the previous version, the number of tickets sold for this event are extremely limited. Guests who have attended have reported that the park is almost completely empty, and you'll get to hop right onto popular rides without waiting. Guests will also get to enjoy free ice cream, popcorn, and beverages included in their ticket. The only thing worth noting here is that the villains will not be out posing for pictures or signing autographs. They will strictly only appear in the show. Tickets go on sale for this event on April 28th. It will cost $139 per guest if you purchase in advance, and $144 on the day. Annual pass holders and DVC members get a discounted price of $109. And this event will take place on Thursday nights from June 6th to August 8th, with the exception of 4th of July. On that week, the event is bumped over to Monday, July 1st. But if the villains are not your thing, Disney has confirmed that the regular version of Disney After Hours will continue throughout the summer at Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. Like I said earlier, Hollywood Studios will have those 2 special versions with entertainment extras on the events that take place on May 1st and 4th. The regular version will continue on Friday nights through June 28th. But please note that the event won't take place on June 7th. Over at Animal Kingdom, this will run on May 6th, as well as Tuesday nights from May 14th to June 18th. The only exception here is on May 28th, when it won't be running. And the regular Magic Kingdom version without villains is currently running on Thursday nights from May 2nd to May 30th. Now for something completely different. If you can't travel to Disney during Food and Wine, Disney has announced the Disney Family of Wines Weekend. This will be taking place for 1 weekend only, from May 17th to the 19th, at Disney's Contemporary Resort. This is essentially a vacation package that includes a 2-night stay at the resort and 3 days of dining events, such as specially curated workshops, meetings with the winemakers, and delicious meals, all featuring the Disney Family of Wines, which include Kurt Russell's Gogi wines and labels from George Lucas's Skywalker Ranch. Alternatively, there'll be a standalone event at Disney's Yacht Club. Yachtsman's Steakhouse will host a special event every second Wednesday of the month, and you'll get to sip on samples from vineyards found throughout California, Italy, France, Chile, and Australia. For more details, you can call 407-WDW-DINE. Now, gearing up for the 4th of July, the Contemporary will host a new event this year, Woody's Roundup Barbecue. This will take place on July 4th, 5th, and 6th. Inside the Fantasia Ballroom, guests will enjoy an all-you-can-enjoy barbecue buffet, character meet and greets, and of course, a reserved viewing location for the spectacular Independence Day fireworks, Disney's Celebrate America. The reserved viewing area will be near the front entrance of the resort, and guests participating on July 6th will get to see Happily Ever After instead of the Independence Day fireworks. The event will run from 6:15 to 9:15 p.m. on each night, and it will cost $149 for adults and $99 for kids 3 to 9. If you're on the Disney dining plan, you cannot redeem dining plan entitlements for this event. Shuffling on over to the Halloween season, guests can now book dessert parties for this year's not-so-scary Halloween party. Dates for this event have already been announced and tickets went on sale in January. But just this month, the dessert party opened up for reservations. This features a buffet of sweet treats and beverages at Tomorrowland Terrace, with a reserved view of the fireworks. Now, unlike the dessert party with Happily Ever After on non-party nights, there is only one price point for the Halloween version. It is $84 plus tax for guests 10 and up, and $50 plus tax for kids 3 to 9. Please note that you will have to purchase a ticket to the event itself to book this dessert party. Sticking to the fall season, but jumping on over to Epcot, we now have official dates for the Food and Wine Festival this year. The popular Epcot event will run for a total of 87 days, a new record, from August 29th to November 23rd. Please note that the first day of this festival is also the same day as the Galaxy's Edge opening and Labor Day weekend, so it's going to get quite busy. Disney also announced dates for the event that comes right after at Epcot, Festival of the Holidays, which will run this year from November 29th to December 30th. Sticking to the holidays and back over to Magic Kingdom, tickets are now on sale for this year's Very Merry Christmas Party. For 2019, the Christmas party will take place on select nights from November 8th to December 22nd, for a total of 23 nights. Pre-purchased tickets start at $99 for adults and $94 for kids, which is exactly the same starting price for 2018. But the event's most expensive nights have reached a new high of $139 for adults and $134 for kids. As usual, discounts are available for annual pass holders and DVC members on select nights. Alright, that's enough updates on events coming to Walt Disney World, so let's now look at some entertainment announcements. We've now received an official end date for Illuminations. As I've reported in the past, Epcot is getting a major multi-year overhaul, which also means new entertainment. Illuminations will have its final performance ever on September 30th, 2019. And starting the very next day on October 1st, we are going to get a new temporary fireworks show, Epcot Forever. This will run for approximately a year and be a send-off to the old Epcot. It will feature classic songs that some of us may remember from the 1980s and include some fun new technology. Then, of course, in 2020, we'll get a new permanent Epcot nighttime spectacular that still doesn't have a name, but will celebrate Disney music from around the globe. Sticking to Epcot, but much sooner, we will be getting a new film in the Land Pavilion. Awesome Planet will be an on-screen exploration of the realm we call home, showcasing the spectacular beauty, diversity, and dynamic story of our Earth. This new film will be where the previous Circle of Life film used to be screened, and Disney has confirmed that the theater will include new and immersive in-theater effects and space sequences created by Industrial Light and Magic. There is no exact opening date set for this, but it could be very, very soon. Now, I haven't experienced this next one yet, and I will be very soon, but back in early March, Disney announced a new show at Animal Kingdom, and it has since debuted in the Asia section of the park. Bollywood Beats takes place right across the Caravan Road Theater, and it's a celebration of Bollywood and Indian dance. The show takes place up to 6 times a day, from 12:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Now, I know I've talked a lot about Hollywood Studios today, but there is another meet and greet coming to the park this summer. In honor of the upcoming Toy Story 4 film, PEEP will be meeting guests in Toy Story Land. We have yet to receive an official start date for this one and location, but Disney has said that this will debut in early summer. It probably could be around the premiere of the film, which is June 21st. Transitioning over to recreation and activities, there's now a new set of pirate and mermaid themed activities coming to select Disney World hotels. Starting on April 28th, Disney's Beach Club will offer the new Captain Hook's Pirate Crew activity. This is specifically geared for kids between 4 and 12, and they'll be able to participate in a special treasure hunt with a pirate and enjoy sailing on their own private pontoon around Crescent Lake. This is priced at $55 for kids, and you can book this by calling 407-824-KIDS. Alternatively, Ariel fans can participate in the new Mermaid School at Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, and Yacht and Beach Club. Again, this is for guests age 4 and older, and they'll be able to enjoy an hour-long class where they'll be fitted with a swimmable tail and led through activities teaching them how to swim in a pool just like a mermaid. This one is priced at $50 plus tax, and reservations can be made by calling 407-WDW-PLAY. And rounding out the entertainment and activities announcements, we also now have an official opening date for the NBA experience coming to Disney Springs. This will replace the now gone Disney Quest and open on August 12th, 2019. The indoor experience will put basketball fans through various activities that test shooting skills, a way to see how you stack up against some of the world's best basketball players, and a slam dunk challenge. Pricing details for the NBA experience have not been revealed yet, but for comparison, Disney Quest used to be priced at $45 for adults and $39 for kids. Okay, foodies, it's time to look at some dining announcements. Just this week, Disney confirmed that Meisner's Lounge at Grand Floridian will be rethemed to a new Beauty and the Beast lounge. It will feature 4 unique spaces, and the signature bar will glow with a gold chandelier inspired by Belle's ball gown up above. No opening date has been revealed just yet, but Disney has stated that it will open this fall. Across the Seven Seas Lagoon and at Wilderness Lodge, Whispering Canyon Cafe has debuted a brand new menu on March 26th. New skillets include the Pig Dinner Skillet with braised pork belly, maple chipotle barbecue pork ribs, slow smoked pulled pork, and mustard barbecue piggy wings. There have also been updates to the breakfast skillets and the addition of a vegan dinner skillet. I'll leave a link in the description below for a full menu. Over at Disney Springs, the new Wine Country Brunch debuted at Wine Bar George. This is offered on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Entrees include the steak and egg frites, French toast, and the Wine Country omelet, just to name a few. And Dole Whip fans are already raving about the Froscato Mimosa, a refreshing mixture of Moscato, pineapple, and Prosecco. To book reservations, visit Disney's official dining website. Moving back to the parks, we've learned about 2 different dining offerings coming very soon. First of all, the France Pavilion at Epcot will soon add a yet-to-be-named new authentic French creperie. It will offer both a table service and quick service experience near the upcoming Remy's Ratatouille adventure. The menu will be inspired by the Brittany region of France, with both savory crepes and sweet crepes. And over in Animal Kingdom, a brand new progressive dining event will be coming to Africa this summer. Circle of Flavors Harambe at Night will combine a dining experience with education, as guests learn about the survival of key African species. This will begin with hors d'oeuvres, snacks, and drinks at the Wildlife Express train station. And after enjoying some light bites, guests will be taken to Rafiki's Planet Watch, where Timon and Rafiki will pose for pictures. The experience will then round out with a trip back to Africa and to Harambe Market, where you'll enjoy an array of entrees and desserts along with more beverages. The dining event will take place every Wednesday from July 24th to October 23rd. It'll be priced at $125 plus tax for adults and $99 for kids 3 to 9. And finally, at Hollywood Studios, some big changes are coming to ABC Commissary. This will soon offer a similar service to Be Our Guest restaurant at lunchtime. ABC Commissary is now accepting dinner reservations for guests dining at the restaurant starting on June 2nd. Dinner will maintain its quick service status, but guests will be able to reserve a seat, order food at the podium, and have their food delivered to their table by a cast member. ABC Commissary is also currently undergoing some minor refurbishments, and it'll soon offer a self-service beverage station. Finally, I want to round out the announcements today with details on some major policy changes going into effect at Disney World next week. In case you haven't heard, starting on May 1st, Disney World will no longer allow smoking in the 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and the ESPN Wide World of Sports. If you are a smoker, there will be a designated smoking area just outside the entrance gates, and this will be your final stop before going inside. Designated smoking areas will continue to be offered at Disney Springs and Disney World hotels. Additionally, some changes are coming to stroller policies as well. Also starting on May 1st, Disney will enforce the rule that all strollers must be no larger than 31 inches wide and 52 inches long. Now, this will accommodate most single strollers and even some sleek double ones. But make sure you double check yours at home before you travel. The big change up here is that the Disney parks in Florida will no longer allow guests to bring in wagons. I believe a version of this policy had been in place in the past, but security was not enforcing it. Well, all of that changes next week. Alright, I'm going to leave you today with a quick recap on refurbishments and important dates to remember if you're traveling to the parks during the months of May and June. While we don't have an official start date, some refurbishment work will soon get underway at the entrance to Magic Kingdom. Disney has previously announced that the Walk Around the World bricks at the front gates will soon be removed to improve guest traffic flow. If you've previously sponsored one of these bricks, you can purchase a duplicate take-home version at the Tomorrowland Light and Power Company between now and August 31st. I'll leave a link with more details in the description below because it's a little bit of a complicated 2-step process. Sticking to Magic Kingdom, the Walt Disney World Railroad is still closed to accommodate construction on the upcoming Tron coaster, but guests can still see the train up close, which is permanently parked at the Main Street station all day. According to Disney's website, the attraction could remain closed throughout the entire summer and beyond. Due to the same construction in Tomorrowland, the Speedway remains closed, but it is scheduled to reopen on May 18th. That's according to Disney's website. The Bippity Boppity Boutique inside Cinderella Castle has already begun some refurbishment works inside. The boutique will be expanded by adding more chairs, a special magic mirror, and a transformation experience that will help guests choose the perfect outfits and accessories. The good news is that while work is being carried out, the boutique will stay open. We don't have an official date when the expansion will complete, but we can expect to see it by the end of the summer. Moving over to Hollywood Studios again, 2 big stores on Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard recently closed for a big refurbishment. Keystone Clothers, located halfway up Hollywood Boulevard, is completely shut. And a couple of weeks before that, Legends of Hollywood, which is the Planet Hollywood store on Sunset Boulevard, also closed. Again, no official reopening date has been announced just yet. At Animal Kingdom, despite some rumors that it would close forever, Disney has confirmed that the Wildlife Express train and Rafiki's Planet Watch will reopen for the busy summer months. Still, no official dates, but it could open as early as June 1st. Finally, if you're heading to Disney World this May and June, remember that some events and fun entertainment offerings will be coming very soon. The sneak peek at Disney's live-action film Aladdin has already opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios, inside the Walt Disney Presents exhibit. Flower and Garden is running all the way up until June 3rd. And starting on Monday, May 27th, which is also Memorial Day, a new update is coming to the Tree of Life Awakenings projection show, featuring scenes inspired by The Lion King, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary this summer. H2O Glow Nights is coming back to Typhoon Lagoon this summer and starting on June 1st. Tickets start at just $55 and can be purchased now. And the Guardians of the Galaxy concert is returning to the American Gardens Theater at Epcot. The concert will run from June 14th to August 18th and perform several times a day. Well guys, that just about does it for today's massive news update. I hope you found some useful information in there, and links to many of today's topics will be in the description below. But also make sure you visit Beyond the Kingdom's website to stay up to date with everything that's happening around Walt Disney World. Thank you so much for watching today, and until next time, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.